So here, for these two examples, we are going to look at how to find the amplitude, period, phase shift, and vertical shift for each function. So this is the equation that we are going to be using here. There's a general transformation equation for the trigonometric graphs. So it's going to be A sine, and remember it could be cosine, B x minus h plus k. Remember the h and k, they do the same things. We have same thing we have seen in the other transformation. H is for the horizontal shift, k is for the vertical shift. So here I'm going to for the first one I'm going to rewrite it. So y is equals to 3 sine 4x plus pi over 2 plus 2. And there I just use the commutative property because it doesn't matter where I add the 2, is the same thing. So from here I can see that A is equals to 3. A represents the amplitude, so the absolute value of that is 3. And then I need to find the period. And before I find the period, I need to rewrite this equation. So in writing this equation, it's going to be 3 sine. I want to write it to look like the equation I have up on top of the page. So sine, so I have to factor the 4 out. So this is going to be x plus pi over 8 plus 2. And remember, now it looks like the one I have on top of the page, the general transformation equation. And I can see when if I multiply it by 4, distributed it inside, I would end up with the same thing. So I can now find the period. Period is going to equal 2 pi over b, which is equals to 2 pi. Our b value is 4, so we get pi over 2 when we simplify. The phase shift is going to be, so the h value is negative pi over 2, so it's going to, the phase shift is going to be pi over 8 left, and then the vertical shift is going to be the k value, so 2 units up. Okay, now let's do the next one here. So the amplitude is equals to 2, the period is equals to 2 pi over b, but note here there is no, the value of b is 1, so I'm just dividing by 1, so it's just 2 pi. And the phase shift, is going to be pi units, right? And then what else do I have? Do I have vertical shift? Vertical shift is not existent here, so I don't need to write it. So all I'll do now is just to highlight my answers. So those are the answers I got. And that's how to